Good morning, my dear children.
Morning, ma'am.
Yeah, today I'm going to talk about an interesting topic which is very important to our country and also state as well. Okay, but before that, just I want to know and I want to ask few questions. Okay, I think normally your age group children are very much interested with stories.
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of stories would you like to read or else would you like to follow?
Political stories
Political stories, right?
and our history stories
History consisted of what?
like
Maximum.
Ramayana,
Yeah.
Mahabharata.
What is Rama called as?
Rama called as God
God. Okay, in other sense.
is good.
He is good in other sense. One more word I'm expecting. Did you
So,
ever heard about the kings and kingdoms?
yeah.
Kings and kingdoms. How they used to rule the world, how they used to manage their own kingdom. And few kings are always looking into, they are very much fascinated to occupy even other kingdoms also. Okay, so the fightings between one king with another king, like, okay, so are we independent now or dependent Indians?
Independent.
Dependent Indians or independent Indians?
Dependent Indians, not independent. We are
Hmm.
independent Indians.
Now we are independent. Okay. Before we got independence, how we are and where we are, under whom we are.
Okay. Sorry.
Before we got the independence,
Okay. We are ruled by the Britishers.
yes, very good. We are ruled by the Britishers. Okay. So we don't have any choice to live our life according to our choice, because we were ruled very cruelly by Britishers, because the main motto of Britishers is to occupy even our India also.
Yeah.
So many freedom fighters struggled a lot and they fought for the nation. And finally, in the year, in which year we got independence? 1947 on August 15th. From then onwards, we became independent and we are living in our own country. We are eating our own food. We are drinking our own water, so on and so forth. But before that, Britishers were used to rule all the Indians. Like so many other kings and kingdoms are also, they also fought like anything. Even Nizam, the best example, even Telangana, Nizam also used to fought with the Telugu people, and he wants to occupy even our Telugu kingdom also. So this is all about how the kings and kingdoms used to maintain in those days, in olden days, in earlier days. Okay, so before we got independence, as I said, we were ruled by the Britishers. So the rules and regulations are framed by whom in those days? By the Britishers only. So whatever the rules, they are the rule breakers, they are the rule makers. Okay, so we struggled a lot under them and finally we became independent. After becoming independent, after we got the independence, we framed our own rules and regulations. We framed our own policies and schemes and what all, so on and so forth. As I said, there will be a particular person where uh, an eligible person should be there to maintain, to survive, to run very smoothly. An efficient person should be there to make the laws, to frame the laws, or to any kind of policies or schemes for the welfare of the society. The one who working for the society, he has to bear all the problems, what all the circumstances, what all the situations is coming in front of him, that person should have that capacity to hold all the problems, to solve all the problems, to manage all the problems, to solve each and every situation, to face each and every situation with a dare enough. So, this kind of environment we created on our own once we got the independence. So, slowly the days are passing, the generation after generations are moving around. Okay, the system is getting changed, the people are getting changed, the thought process of the people are also getting changed. Okay, in those days, the importance must be given to the head of the family, and most of the families are said to be the joint family. But when slowly, when days are passing, all families have become like, nuclear families, only father, mother, children. In olden days, there will be a joint family. Siblings in the means what? The brothers. Yeah, the brothers used to stay together along with their parents. Along with their parents. They are not dare enough to move out from the family. But nowadays, what is happening? Once, if any person is getting marriage, immediately they are separating from their parents and they are living separately. Parents are living somewhere and children are living somewhere, like that, because it's all about freedom, nothing but. Okay, everybody wants to live their life on their own without depending on anyone. Suppose if parents are there, if any persons are wants to live with the parents, so they have to be in certain restrictions, they have to be in certain limits, because elders are there, we have to obey them, we cannot avoid them. So to get rid of that problem, what the people are doing, the people are separating immediately and they are living on their own. So the people, those who are living, whether they are living together or living separately, whatever it is, whatever the situation is, there should be a certain schedule where each and every person has to follow in their regular life, which is very, very important. Which is very, very important. To run the family, to manage the family, to be in the society. Okay, to be in the society, we have to, we in the sense each and every one. If anybody wants to manage themselves, if anybody wants to maintain their own family or maintain on their own, there will be a particular schedule which they have to follow. It means they have to abide by the rules. Suppose, take for example, one family is staying, okay, so they are staying in the society, they are living along with the parents, children, everyone are there. Obviously, to sustain their family, they have to frame certain rules and regulations, like what is, how to generate the income, how to earn the income, and how to run the family, how to fulfill minimum requirements of the family. Okay, how to fulfill the minimum requirements of the family. Of course, when point comes to a family, both parents will place an important role here. It doesn't matter father is managing or mother is managing. Okay, mother is having some sort of responsibilities within the house, and father is having responsibilities within the house and also at the same time out of the house also. He has to manage in both the ways. Okay, so father is said to be the main earning member of a family.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that mother is doesn't have any kind of responsibility and she doesn't carry any value here. It's wrong. Don't think in that way. Mother is also very, very important to a family, because when father is looking after about his family, how to run the family, how to earn the income, that is the responsibility of the father. On the other side, when father is working outside, what is the responsibility of your mother? She has to look after her children, she has to look after her house. So many household activities will be there, like cooking, washing. Who will cook normally? Who will cook food for you?
Mother,
Mother. Who cleans your clothes?
mom,
Who make a house very clean?
mama.
Mama. Okay. So here, along with the father, mother's play is also, mother's role is also plays very, very important. Without mother, we can't imagine how our house will be.
Without mother, we are nothing.
We are not here without mother, because everyone, it's a known fact and universal fact that we are taking birth from our mother's womb. So without mother, there is no life for anyone, even to our father also.
Yes.
Okay, so without father, we cannot survive, because everyone is playing their position, their place is very, very important to each and everyone. Okay, after parents, who will comes into the consideration? Brothers, sisters, so on and so forth. So we cannot imagine family without mother, we cannot imagine family without father, we cannot imagine our family without any brother or sister. A complete family shows then only where mother, father, brother and sister will exist, that shows a complete family.
Yes.
So our father is preparing some sort of rules and norms and conditions to survive his family, to run his family. He will make some laws, he will make some guidelines which the next rest of the members have to follow. Why father is making so many rules and regulations, or why he is giving so many conditions to be in our limit? You have to live in that way, you are not supposed to go outside, you're supposed to be here, you're supposed to be in your limits. Each and everything, what all the good and bad is taught by our parents. Finally, at last, why he is making all such rules? Is there any answer with you? Why father is making so many rules for his family?
Because of they are facing struggles.
Yeah, because he wants to maintain his family in a very peaceful manner without any problems. Without any problem. Suppose take for example, a father is earning 10,000 rupees. Okay, and he is carrying with his, he has to look after his parents and his children and wife. If he wants to maintain altogether 6 members apart from father, he has to earn something or the other. Okay, and he has to fulfill all the requirements of the family members. So he is the only one person who is earning income. Okay, so he will frame his requirements according to his budget. According to his budget, if he is getting 10,000, he has to frame below 10,000 itself. If it is going beyond 10,000, what will happen? The complete family will disturb, the complete family will spoil. So whatever the income is getting to us, let us make an habit to lead a life within that amount, and try to save every month somehow or the other, so that whatever the money saved by you or your family members or your father, that will help you in your odd times. Odd times means, suppose take for example, corona has come. That was the big disaster for to the whole world. Okay, and most of the people, you know very well how much we struggled during corona period.
Yes.
During corona, we did not move out of the house, we are not supposed to, we did not go anywhere. Only one member from the family has to go out with complete safe and security. After coming, even income levels also got reduced. Okay, money was not there. It was like a big disaster for each and every person, whether it is a karodpati or lakpati or millionaire, whomever they are. Millionaire, don't take them into consideration. Okay, but most of the people, they struggled and they suffered a lot because of corona. Okay, so what I mean to say, why I'm asking you to save the money, being as a head of the family, if father is saving any amount, if he could not save the amount every month, probably one day or the other we are going to face lot of problems. So to get rid of that forthcoming situation, if you start your savings from now onwards, Definitely, one day or the other, for God's sake, that kind of situation should not come for anyone. But we are humans, nothing is there in our hands, okay? And we cannot expect the situation, we cannot imagine the situation. We have to run the show, we have to go according to the situation. So, if any odd time is coming in future, the saving, the money which you saved right now, that will help out and work out in your odd times. Okay, so this is all how it happens because of father prepared one schedule. Father prepared, he framed himself how to run his family, how to manage his family. This is about family I'm talking about. So, when point comes to state, are you going to take responsibility to run the state? No, no, we are not here to run the state and we are not responsible for that. Okay, so when a father designed his own schedule to run his family on his own way, in the same way, someone should be there to run the state also. So, as a person, we are not here to manage the state. So, someone should be there, a person who is able to run the government, who is able to make the laws, who is able to look after the welfare of the society. Okay, so today I am talking about a lesson, making of laws in state assembly, state legislature, sorry. Okay, making of laws in state legislature.
Okay.
Laws are nothing but the policies and schemes where a person should abide by the rules, whatever the schemes introduced by the government, that whether each and every person is benefited with those schemes or not to look after, there should be a person where these laws will make, and these laws are made by whom. Okay, so I think you heard about state assembly and parliament also, right?
Yes.
Parliament existed with how many houses here? Two houses. One is Lok Sabha and another one is Rajya Sabha. This is, I'm talking about the total country, that is India. We are discussing about what? State legislature. Even in state also, assembly existed with two houses. How many houses? Two houses. Like Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. In short, we can call it as, in other words, we can call it as Vidhan Sabha is nothing but legislative assembly. Vidhan Parishad is nothing but legislative council. So these are the two houses of the state assembly, where existed with 500 members in legislative assembly, 40 members existed in legislative council. And these all the both the house members are selected and elected by the people through democracy, which is called as democracy, through the election process, which is called as voting. So, being as a citizen of India, being as a citizen of state, each and every person is having the right to choose according to their choice. Okay, so once if any person is nominated himself as a MLA or any leader, he has to go for campaigning to, he has to expose himself in the society towards the public. He has to give some kind of assurance for the welfare of the society. Then only the people will select and elect certain person, and that person, after getting majority of the seats, that particular party is going to be formed by the government, and the members, those who won with majority of votes through election process, all the members will select any one person as their leader, who is appointed by the governor of a state, and that particular person is called as chief minister. Because why I am stressing all these points very clearly, why I am trying to put in front of you, because when after coming to a certain stage, when your education, after completion of your education, I mean to say that you are going to write some competitive exams, right? Competitive exams means civils, you are going to, group exams will be there, you are trying for government jobs, okay? So simply, directly, you will never get any job here, whether it is private or government, especially government jobs. Directly, it won't come to you or to your doorstep. To get a government job, to become a government servant, you have to work hard so many times and so much. Okay. So there will be some current affairs. Current affairs will be there. So many questions will be asked in those group exams. So this kind of political scenario, whatever the questions which are related to politics, these are very, very important to know about each and every one of you. So listen carefully, what all I am going to explain about legislative assembly, legislative council, who will prepare the laws, what is the procedure of making laws, and what is the eligible age of both the houses, what is the term of both the houses, what is the election process, and what is an eligible age to get to have a vote by each and a men and women. Okay. And what is the governor, governor is appointed by who is the first citizen in first man in a state. Each and every question, each and every point is very, very important. So my only request is listen carefully. In our next classes, I'll explain very in detail. Listen carefully. If you have any doubt, immediately you can raise your hand and you can ask the question. So this is all about the introduction which I wanted to give you, making laws in state legislature. In our next period, how the state legislature will form, how the formation of government will frame, and how to make the laws. So the main important, so many important topics are going to be discussed in this lesson, which is very, very important for you. And try to remember all those points. Even it helps you a lot. If any other siblings are there at your home, even you can discuss with them, you can teach them also. Okay. So here, the way how to prepare the laws and how to run the government, who will form the government, and what are those two houses, what are their terms, and most probably what kind of important acts, or important laws are prepared or framed by the government, what are the norms and conditions framed by the Constitution of India. If anyone is going beyond that, if anybody is crossing their limits, in only one word I want to say here, no one is exempted in front of the law. Everyone is punishable. Everyone is punishable. So, better to be careful and let us be in our own limits, so that let we live and let others also live. మనము ఉందాము, మనతో పాటు వేరే వాళ్ళను కూడా ఉంచుదాము, బ్రతకనిద్దాము అనేది. Let us live, let others also live. When we will prosper, if we are following certain rules and regulations, certain laws in the society. If government is making any policies, if government is framing any schemes or any laws or bills, it is only for the sake of the people, it is only for the welfare of the society. The government is struggling hard to prepare the laws. It is not possible to handle or to make the law by a single person. The laws will be prepared by a group of people along with the chief minister. Suppose, take for example, if everything is going good, credit goes to our father only. If anything is going wrong in a family, credit goes to him again. In the same way, state level also. If everything is well and good, everyone will appreciate Chief Minister. If anything is going wrong, people will start shouting on the ruling party. So, what all the important topics, that is, let us go into the detail in our next session, that is making of laws, legislative assembly, legislative council, how all these houses will be framed. Let me explain in the next class. Till then, have a nice day.